Hey y'all, and welcome back. If you're new around here, my name is Katie Marie and we are going to wash some more brushes today as I chit chat with you guys about Mother's Day. Mother's Day, hopefully around the time of me filming this or uploading this video, it will be right around Mother's Day, and I thought it'd be fun to just talk a little bit about Mother's Day, or not about Mother's Day, but about mothers. And I don't know, I just feel a little chatty today. I really need to wash some more brushes. If you missed my first clean brush with me video, I'll leave it linked up here, but I got through a decent amount of brushes. I want to do another 30-minute cleaning segment, I guess you could call, for me, where I have about 30 minutes before my kids are waking up, and I'd like to see if I can get through some more brushes because we still have a ton of brushes to go. So let me go ahead and fill up my Cinnamon Secrets brush cleaner. This is what I use, almost gone, but I have another one standing by because I love this stuff. So I'm going to use this to quickly clean my brushes on this dirty, I'll flip it to a new side, but this is what I used last time because I have not been in my makeup room since I filmed that video like a week and a half ago. Anyway, let me go ahead and fill this up and we can get to cleaning brushes and chit-chatting about motherhood. Before we dive into the video, I do want to say that this video is kindly sponsored by Ana Luisa. If you are new around here, I'm super excited to introduce you to Ana Luisa jewelry. Their jewelry is always really great quality, and the brand itself focuses on sustainability, so they're a great treat for yourself or to give as a unique gift for a loved one. I love Ana Luisa because the styles are always dainty but still really like classic, easy to wear for every day, or you could add a little bit to it, do some layered necklaces and get a really kind of beautiful statement piece to wear out and whatnot. But it's just very cohesive and goes very well with my lifestyle. As I said, Ana Luisa focuses on sustainability when it comes to their jewelry. They do a lot of smaller kind of collections, and they don't keep styles around long term. That way they're able to not have a hard time moving jewelry and that sort of thing. So they keep it very low key and are always changing up the styles they offer. They always have something for sale or at a discount in their shop as they're kind of fading out old styles and bringing in new ones. And I always enjoy popping onto Ana Luisa and the website and just kind of browsing what's new, browsing what's leaving, and I feel like there's always something that catches my eye that's absolutely beautiful. And as you can see here on the screen, these are some new pieces that I got from Ana Luisa. I wanted something for like summertime to have around my ankle. This is such a beautiful dainty piece. I really like wearing anklets, so these new pieces are just absolutely beautiful. Really, really nice pieces. And if you've never tried Ana Luisa but you are curious, now is a great time to try because they have a really cool sale for Mother's Day, and it's basically like a bundle. You can get 25% off a collection, and you get to pick 3 different pieces, and they'll bundle it together and give it to you at a discount. Really, really cool to be able to kind of pick 3 different pieces. You can keep one for yourself, gift the other one to your mother, gift the other one to your mother-in-law or your best friends, or whoever's sister, whatever the occasion. I just think this kind of 3-in-1 deal is really, really cool. Or if you're just wanting to browse, like I said, their last chance section has always got great discounts on their pieces. Their pieces are really nice quality. As I said, I worked with them last year and I've never had an issue with any of their pieces on any of them breaking. Everything is very well made. I can wear them in my ears all the time, and I have relatively sensitive ears, and I have never had an issue having them in my ears for literally weeks at a time. I just pop a pair in and I often don't change them out for a couple weeks. So really nice quality, very well made. And if you're shopping around trying to figure out what to get a mother in your life for Mother's Day, I highly recommend you check out Ana Luisa. I will have my link down below in the description box of this video. It is just a tracking link. It's not anything where I get commission off of purchases made. It just lets the brand know that I sent them traffic their way. But yeah, if you do click on that, thank you so very much, and thank you to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this video and for working with me once again. I am excited to be working with them again this year. And yeah, with all that said, we can continue on with the catch-up live chat video. At the time of me filming this, I have not posted my first clean brushes with me video, so I'm very curious. Let me scoot over a little bit, but I'm very curious how you guys like the video. Oh, I have clothes up here, sorry. I'll get my life in order one day. Not the prettiest background like I usually have, but at least we're recording and getting a video up within, hopefully, like I said, I'm planning to put this one up within a week of the other one, which is a milestone for me because I think I've been doing like 1 video a month, 1 video every 3 weeks. I am so itching so bad to get into recording again and being able to do videos, and honestly just being able to play with makeup I think is the biggest thing, because I did my makeup today. I had to go to a birthday party, so I did my makeup real quick, but besides today when I did my makeup very quickly, like in like 10-15 minutes, I haven't done my makeup probably a week and a half, if not 2 weeks. It's been a while. So anyway, I feel like every video that I get on here, I start talking about how much I miss doing YouTube and miss playing with makeup. So let's move on. Mother's Day. Mother's Day is around the corner, and I don't know, Mother's Day, you'll have to tell me, are you guys big at Mother's Day, Father's Day, that type of thing, celebrating it? What do you do? I'd love to hear. Maybe it's because my house is like full of small children. I mean, my oldest is getting older. She's 7 going on 8 this year. Oh my goodness. But we don't do anything too big for Mother's Day. Usually just handwritten cards and, you know, Happy Mother's Day on Mother's Day and like a box of chocolates or something, and I'm set. And same kind of thing for Father's Day. We don't do anything big. We'll go out to eat. That's probably, I think, our most consistent thing is we'll make cards and then we'll go out to eat sometime around that day for Mother's Day, Father's Day, because usually we don't do it on the day just because it's always crazy, people going out to eat. But that's about all we do, I would say, for the event. But I'd love to hear if you guys do anything big or whatnot. Growing up, we always did kind of the same thing. We know all the kids would make a card for mom. Usually we did like a group gift, especially when we were younger. My dad would get it, but we kind of all pitch in and know about it beforehand, and then just make something special that my mom liked, especially when my sister and I, being the oldest girls, were getting older. We were able to kind of take over and do that. We would like to surprise her and cook something special, and she didn't have to do any cooking, that type of thing. But yeah, I'd love to hear if you guys have any special traditions. It's definitely interesting, like with traditions and whatnot, you know, as our family, especially as our family's getting a bit older, our younger kids are getting older, we're really trying to, you know, cement some traditions that'll be fun. I feel like in the beginning, our philosophy was very much like, they're too young to remember, they're too young to care. My husband and I are very laid back when it comes to, you know, holidays and events and stuff like that. So even like birthdays and stuff, we honestly didn't really do anything big for birthdays until like a year or two ago. We actually started doing like birthday parties for the kids, because when they're that young, they really didn't care. But now that Olivia's, you know, 7, I think the first time we did really an official birthday party was Olivia's 4th or 5th birthday, but before that we would just, because our kids' birthdays were around Thanksgiving and Christmas at the time, we would just kind of have a end celebration with a birthday cake and presents and kind of join their birthday alongside of Thanksgiving or Christmas or what have you. But anyway, so we're just now starting to do like a birthday party and kind of get traditions going. It's been interesting kind of figuring out like what we want to do for our family and whatnot, kind of like I was saying with Mother's Day. I really like the kind of laid back approach where you give the like the creativity reins over to the kids, because my kids are so not artsy, but creative, like very, very crafty. And so whenever it's something special like Mother's Day, Father's Day is coming up, it's always like, okay, you know, if you want to make something special, color something. And especially my oldest daughter, like she's very, very creative and artsy, very artistic. She loves to draw and stuff. So they'll just go to town and spend like an entire afternoon, sometimes multiple afternoons, just creating away, coloring, sometimes not even just coloring, sometimes creating things like out of cardboard and whatnot. So I really enjoy like kind of letting them like take over and not really having much say so in it, like whatever you want to make, whatever you want to color, however you want to do it and present it, it's your show. And they really enjoy that. It kind of gives them some independence there, and also for them to kind of shine in their own right wherever they're strong at. Like I was saying, my daughter is very artistic, loves to create things. My oldest son, he's 5, is much more of the creative, like he wants to construct and build something. So he loves to take cardboard and really create something like 4D, 3D, whatever you want to call it, realistic looking thing. So it's always neat to see how they, what they do with that kind of freedom and that little bug in their ear of like, hey, this special day is coming up, what do you want to make? So that's all we do for Mother's Day and Father's Day. But it always kind of, you know, as Mother's Day is approaching, makes me think back to my own childhood and with my own mother and whatnot. It's crazy to think that like I'm a mother of 4 now. This might sound weird, or it just might sound, you know, like cliche to say, but like it's always so crazy when I sit there and think about how the fact that I'm like 30, got 4 kids, and like I'm in that stage of life where I can vividly remember like my childhood. What the memories that stick out the most is typically around that, you know, I would say starting around 7, 8 years old, and you know, going into early teens stage, and that's when my parents were in their 30-ish, around there as well. And so like my memories of my childhood, you know, looking up to my parents and thinking they were all these grown-up adults who, you know, knew everything and all that. And then now that I'm the same age they were, I'm like, wow. And now knowing their history too of some of the things that happened in our childhood and like big decisions my parents made, I'm always amazed, you know, looking back at everything that they've gone through in their life and how well they handled it, I should say that, because I'm always amazed at, you know, thinking back over my childhood. Like I rarely remember my parents getting into much disagreements in front of us or having a lot of like visible stress and whatnot in front of us. And I'm always amazed at that, thinking back, because I think that's the hardest thing of being a parent, is trying to be a parent to the children and like shelter them as you were supposed to, but also dealing with like real life things as well, and having to, you know, to navigate real life decision making and all that. I think that was the hardest thing about last year, is just, you know, the life was so up in the air with the move and getting things started over here, buying a fixer-upper and all that. It was really tricky kind of keeping those two separate, of like, okay, like let's be present here with the children. They don't need to understand all the stresses of life, and being able to talk about it later type of thing. It's very tricky, and it's just something, now that I'm an adult, I just think back on my parents handling it so well, and it's definitely like a goal or something for me to look up to in my 30s, to continue to look up to and saying, okay, that's what I need to strive for. Because as a kid, I was very oblivious to all of life stresses for the most part. And when it comes to like finances and, you know, disagreements between spouses and, you know, big decisions, because we made a big move when I was 7, and I knew things were a little stressful, but now that I'm adult and I'll talk with my parents about the move, and I've learned more about it. Like, there was a lot of stuff that went on that was extremely stressful. Like, our car broke down a couple times. My dad didn't have a job when he was coming. Like, a lot of stressful things. And I was just like, wow, I thought we were going on a grand adventure when we were doing all that. And here behind the scenes, it was highly stressful. So that's something I strive for. And hopefully one day when my kids get older, they'll look back and be like, wow, really? You guys did all that? Went through all that and we didn't even know? That's my prayer, at least. I really don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just, like I said, feeling chatty, wanting to chat about motherhood and mothering, I guess you could say, and I need to clean these brushes. So we're gonna see how many we can get cleaned in the next 10-15 minutes before the kids wake up. But yeah, anyway, all that to say, I have a whole lot to look up to when it comes to being a mother, when I think back over my own mother and just how really well she handled everything, I would say. And you know, if you're new around here, I come from a larger family. Growing up, there were 10 of us when I was living at the house. And I was the third oldest, so I was in the older set of the 10 children. And you know, thinking back now, it's so weird to be in that stage, like I was saying in the beginning, where I am where I remember my parents being. So it just makes me really admire her, and definitely appreciate everything she kind of instilled in me and prepared me for, as you know, much as you can when you are, you know, younger and just a preteen having responsibilities. My mom was really good at kind of helping setting me up for success, and I really do appreciate that. Part of it was kind of out of necessity, because having, you know, 10 kids, one mother cannot do it all. But even with that, it was still a huge blessing, because I had to help around with cleaning the house and cooking and all that, and kind of even settling disputes and helping with the kids, and you know, being responsible for one or two of the kids to make sure they always had everything they needed when we went out and stuff like that. It really did set me up to being able to kind of juggle everything that comes with having 4 children now, and it not feeling as overwhelming. It still is overwhelming, because there's so many times I'm like, I would love to have just someone else be mommy for right now, and I could just take the back seat, because I'm definitely more of an introvert when it comes to life and whatnot. Which my husband is also an introvert, which makes it very difficult to for us to want to go out and do things. And our children, my oldest is definitely not an introvert. So we're really trying to, especially as she's getting older, to kind of step out of our own shells. Not even shells, not that we don't like being around people, but we're just very content and very happy at home. But my daughter just thrives on socializing and seeing people, so we really do try to get out. But anyway, yeah, I don't think I have anything more to say, except that just this past week especially, but I would say in recent weeks, it's really just hit me so hard, like me being in my 30s, as we're getting into Mother's Day, having 4 children. It just takes me back to when I was, like I said, kind of the early memories of my childhood. There were 4 of us, and my parents were in their 30s, and it's just so weird to be hitting that stage of life. Maybe that's a sign that I'm getting old. That would be one of my children not wanting to go up. I don't know if you heard that. I think you probably heard that with where the microphone is, but one of mine is just very happy and content singing in his bed instead of sleeping. Always has to be one of them. If you have multiple kids, you have to let me know. I mean, I have 4, and 2 of them are amazing sleepers. One of them will be a good sleeper if influenced, and the other one is just, nah, like, sleep? Why do you need sleep? You can sleep when you crash. And by crash, I mean you can't possibly have any more energy to do absolutely anything else. And that's the one who's singing. Anyway, I forget where I was, but it's just been very nostalgic, I guess is a word I would say, thinking back at my parents and where we were when I was younger, and you know, thinking back now and then thinking now with me and my children, it's like, wow, kind of come full circle. I think that's the biggest thing that's sticking out to me. It feels very full circle. Going through similar things, because like I said, when my parents were in their 30s, they uprooted. I was born in Alaska, they were living in Alaska, and when they were in their 30s, they left, sold everything, and moved down here to Florida, back kind of close-ish to their roots, and moved to Florida. Kind of similar, but I mean, in a way, because we didn't go like across states or, you know, cross country or anything like that, but we did kind of uproot our life and really changed our life in the sense that we went from, you know, big house in a big, you know, fancy neighborhood in a tiny yard to a big yard, kind of out, not even out in the country, but a little more secluded, big yard, animals, farm, that type of thing, more outdoor, which I do like. As much as some days I'm like, even yesterday I was thinking, I had it easy when we lived back at the old house because it was just the house and the kids. Like we had some backyard, but it wasn't really a lot, so we didn't go outside much. So the kids played inside a lot, but then I was able to like cook and clean, and I could stay inside. Again, I'm a homebody. I am more of an introvert, so I like that. So I was thinking like, man, I did have it really nice before I had so much time for doing things like YouTube, because I wasn't, you know, didn't have responsibilities outside and whatnot. But now, you know, with all of these responsibilities and all the headache that comes with having more land and whatnot, it still is such a blessing, because I was thinking about the fact that like our kids are outside so much. It's painful because I have to be outside so much, and sometimes definitely I'm just a fuddy-duddy who's just like, I don't want to go outside, I don't want to go sit outside. But my kids are outside so much, they're able to like run, they're able to bike so much, they're able to get like just the fresh air, play, we're not stuck inside all day. It's been such a blessing. Just remind myself that it is a phase and it will get easier. The dog's gonna get older, he's going to, you know, learn, and that'll get easier. The kids are gonna get older, which I'm not ready for, honestly. It's so crazy that my oldest is 8, going on 8. My husband and I just celebrate 9 years married. That's just crazy. And we don't ever do anything fancy for our wedding anniversary, because it's just always, every year it comes up, and it's just always in a kind of a hectic time period for him at work, and he's always just, I don't mention it much, but he's always had a tough time with his work when it comes to taking time off and stuff. However, I told him next year is our 10 year, he's gonna have a new job. Hopefully it'll be easier to take time off, that type of thing. So I told him we need to do something special for our 10-year anniversary, just to celebrate the fact that we've made it 10 years, because 10 years sounds like a long time. And when I think about 10 years, it is a long time, but then I think about it, I'm like, man, it doesn't feel that long. Like a lot's happened in 10 years. Okay, one completely done. That's pretty awesome. In about 20 minutes, let's see if we can eke out one more. We'll get for a smaller one, because I definitely know I don't have time for a big one. But let me pour a little more and let's keep going. So many awesome brushes. I am excited to actually like have clean again so I can use them. Like this is a BK Angie Hot and Flashy brush. Oh, these are such nice brushes. They're very lightweight, very soft bristles, absolutely lovely. Here's another BK Beauty brush. Really do like, great for like a smudger. Oh, this just makes me so excited getting to have all these brushes that I love again. A Sigma brush, really like it. This whole cup is very colorful, so this has been sitting here since back in the day when I actually had time to be creative. Oh, the days. I'd love to know if there's something specific you'd like, a type of video you'd like to see from me, because just with the busyness of my life, some videos are like this where I'm just talking to you guys while I do kind of beauty related content, but I'd love to know if there's something specific you'd like to see. I hope to have a few kind of new palette videos soon. I know I'm getting the Simply Posh Cosmetics new palette that's coming out, and there's another brand, I can't remember, that's coming out with a palette soon that they're sending me. So I hope to have some new content, really trying to plan and get things ready so that I can actually have the time to sit down and play with makeup at nap time, but we'll see how that goes. So I'd like to have some new content, but other than that, if I don't have a new palette, I'd like to work through the reviews. Do you guys even want to see reviews on these older palettes? I'll still do them, because that's me. I gotta do a palette palooza review. I can't just pass on doing those, because it feels very like complete on my channel to have the first time I use it and then my official review on my channel that you guys can find. But I hope to do that. And then besides that, and will I buy it? Because I feel like I'm always out of the loop, so will I buy it's are fun. Is there any other video you've been really kind of itching to see from me. I might do a kind of clean with me because goodness knows this place is a mess. It's actually not terrible right now because I did clean it a couple weeks ago because I couldn't even walk in here. That's how bad it was. But it's still not great. I can walk in here now. That's about the only improvement I did with it. So there's something, but it still needs some help for sure. So do you guys like to see clean with me's? I did them long ago on my channel, back before the move and the craziness of last year. But I do enjoy watching those from people. I think it's fun to see something go from kind of a disaster and then within 10 minutes get cleaned up. But I don't know, I haven't even looked to see like statistic wise if that's something people like to watch. So you have to let me know, do you like that type of video? Let me know. I am almost done with this. Ooh, here's a, what is this? Gimme Glow. I love Gimme Glow brushes. They're really nice. And this one's so teeny tiny. Such a great little brush. This is the G1012 brush. Fantastic. All right, I'm gonna finish this up and then I'll probably finish this video and just leave it on the shorter side because I hear somebody else waking up, so never enough time. But oh well, we got some clean brushes here. I'm very happy for that. I'm definitely going faster than I was the last time because I feel like I cleaned way more brushes this time than the last time I did a video. I'll hold up, if I can, that pile's pretty big. I'll hold up the pile in a minute to show you how much I cleaned. Ooh, this is a good one. This is the Blend Bunny Cosmetics B2 brush. All of the Blend Bunny cosmetic brushes are great. But yeah, I'm excited to have that one back. Here's another Gimme Glow. I wish ooh, this is a Sonia G. This is a Builder 3. Sonia G, anytime they're clean, it's like a luxury. I had someone ask about like using the Cinema Secrets on the Sonia G brushes. I honestly don't know if you probably shouldn't. I did not put that much thought when I started cleaning them with this, but I've done it more than once and so far it hasn't hurt the bristles, but you can let me know if it's probably bad for it. Let me know if you know if it's bad for it. I'm thinking it probably would be better for me to use a really nice, soft, gentle soap or something for it, but I just have not yet. But you can let me know because I know someone's gonna be like, oh, I didn't know you could use it. Don't take this as me saying that's what you're supposed to do, because I don't know, it's just what I just did. Every time I'm like, next time I'll wash it with soap and water because that's probably better for it. And then, hello, it's me. All right, last brush, E35, which is my favorite brush from Sigma for blending, I should say. I like the E35 way more than the E40. I feel like the E40 was so popular back in the day, and I got a bunch of them, and then especially as I did more detail work, I was just kind of like, I don't like it very much. And then I discovered the E35, and it's so perfect for my eye shape at least. Okay, let me pull these. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to hold all these. Yay, I got more done, that's good. I apparently just wasn't moving fast enough. Here's the first bunch, and then the second bunch. So we got a lot done today. I am happy, took about 30 minutes, a little under 30 minutes, and I was able to get all these brushes done. I've got, I think, I'm dropping everything. I think these are the last two, I cannot think, cup holders full of dirty brushes to go. So maybe I'll do one more video and knock those out another day, but not today. So yeah, that is gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for putting up with these really random videos. Literally, I really do appreciate it. If you took the time to watch this, watch my ramblings, listen to my ramblings, thank you. And let me know in the comments, what's your like #1 best memory growing up from your childhood? It doesn't have to be about, you know, something to do with your mother, but if it's a great memory that involves your mother, that'd be great. Like I said, this is going up around Mother's Day, so if it involves your Mother's Day, that would be awesome. But yeah, I think if I had to pick my #1 best memory from my childhood, I'd have to really think about like an event or something special we did, because I have a terrible memory. But the one thing that I remember through my younger childhood, again, when my parents were in their 30s, so I was kind of like, I think 7, 8 to about 14 or so. But I think the one big memory that comes out as such a special fond memory is Sunday afternoons. Probably didn't do it that long, but right when we moved to Florida for a couple years afterwards, on Sunday afternoons, my parents we'd all get together and we'd play like a basketball game. I have such fond memories when I think back on us, you know, as a family splitting up, making teams and trying to hit the ball and stuff like that. And it's just a very core memory that I think back on really fondly of. Like I said, we didn't do it for too long. I don't even especially like playing baseball, but it's a great family memory that I remember on Sunday afternoons us doing together. So I think that would have to be my favorite kind of reminiscing of my childhood, would be that. I just remember having a great time spending time with my family and all those laughs that we would get in trying to hit the darn ball, because I was never very good at it. But anyway, that would have to be mine, but let me know if you have one, and don't feel pressured to leave anything. Like I said, I'm just very thankful that you stuck around for the whole video, and with that said, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye guys.